Developing news tonight, a body found buried in a backyard. As we speak, investigators are digging for evidence, and we have new details about how this house has been in the news before. Hi, everybody. I'm Carrie Pena.
Mosley landscapers made this discovery today, and now it's a crime scene where the investigators are digging tonight. 3TV's Natalie Brand has been on this story since it broke late this afternoon. She's now live near 15th Street and Indian School. Natalie?
And Fields, all of the detectives who were here earlier are still here all these hours later, as well as the medical examiner. Police still are not saying a whole lot about the human remains found. We don't know if it was one body or more than that. Neighbors tell us this home is no stranger to police activity. A video from above shows detectives digging up the backyard of this home on 14th Place near Indian School, where police say human remains were found. Neighbors say this house had been vacant for months, but undergoing renovations. Workers made the gruesome discovery just before 2 this afternoon.
They've been working on this house, and somebody went in to dig up the backyard for some irrigation and ran into some coffins, apparently.
Ken Reed, who's lived on the street for 20 years, says upon hearing of a body possibly buried a few doors down,
it doesn't shock me.
He says the same house was the scene of an intense standoff just last March. That's when a man barricaded himself inside with his girlfriend and young child.
It sounded like a war happening. They threw some flashbang grenades in and lots of gunshots. He was shooting out, they were shooting in. 3TV
looked up records, which shows this house used to belong to the Champagne family. Alan Champagne, who was arrested in last year's standoff, had been wanted on felony warrants. According to the Department of Corrections, he had also served prison time for second-degree murder. Neighbors say since the standoff, their street had been fairly quiet until today.
It's just scary. You never know.
Police say it's still too early to know who may be buried in the backyard or why. Neighbors just hope answers come soon.
It makes you worry. You know, you lock your doors and make sure your alarm's set.
And back here live, you can see lights set up in the backyard of the house that is under investigation. We know detectives are still packing that backyard at this hour. Neighbors, they don't know who bought this home. We believe it may have been a company that hopes to resell the home or rent it out. Meanwhile, the man who used to live here, Alan Champagne, we looked up his court records, and you can just see a list of charges dating back to the standoff from last year, and it looks like he has trial dates set for next month. However, again, police say at this point it's too early to connect this body to anyone. We just don't have enough information about who may be in the backyard at this point. Natalie Brand, 3TV.
Yeah, it certainly sounds like there's more to come. Thank you so much, Natalie. And as Natalie mentioned, nearly 1 year ago to the day, there was a standoff inside that same home, and police say the man inside had a warrant for aggravated assault. Said he was armed and refused to come out. Well, during the standoff, the man called into the 3TV newsroom. He told us his girlfriend and 5-year-old son were with him in that home, and he was concerned the police might shoot him. After hours of negotiation that night, police say 41-year-old Alan Champagne shot through a wall of the home. No one was injured in this, and Champagne was then taken into custody.